Thursday and a very public breakup in Canberra.
The coalition is imploding.
The coalition has imploded.
The federal opposition has imploded again. The coalition splitting up, this time over Labor's new hate speech laws.
The Nationals sensationally splitting from the Liberals.
Our party room has made it very clear we cannot be part of a shadow ministry under Susan Lee.
The Liberals and Nationals are splitting and everyone wants to know who's getting Queensland in the divorce. 3 Nat senators refused to vote with the Libs, triggering mass resignations and leaving the coalition in tatters. But David Littleproud insisted discussions with Susan Lee had been perfectly civil.
She asked out of respect that we had amendments. I, out of respect to her, went back to our room, and out of respect to her, our shadow ministry did not vote, and we've been respectful.
That is a lot of respect, an Aretha Franklin of respect. But in any divorce, you've got to keep things nice for the sake of the kids, or in the coalition's case, these self-funded retirees. Well then, my good man, let the respecting begin.
David Littleproud rang you and yelled down the phone. It was unhinged. Is that true?
Look, I'm not going to reflect on private conversations.
It so happened. Parliament HR said this would qualify as workplace intimidation if David Littleproud was in any way capable of being intimidating. So after imploding over hate speech, the Liberals immediately dusted off a little bit of hate speech.
Senior Liberal figures and members of the Shadow Cabinet then unleashed on David Littleproud.
These are from senior Liberal Shadow Cabinet ministers. One says he's a pathological liar. David Littleproud is paralysed by fear. He's impossible to deal with. David Littleproud has lied through this process. I would trust Pauline Hanson before I trusted David Littleproud.
Now, Pauline, if you're watching, you might take that as a compliment, but I assure you it is not. Barnaby Joyce was just thrilled to see a coalition scandal that, for once, didn't involve him.
This puts Richard Burton and Liz Taylor to shame. This is more marriages than a weekend at the Gold Coast.
Barnaby, did you get shit-faced and get married 5 times on a weekend on the Gold Coast again? By Friday, with Susan Lee's leadership looking terminal, Angus Taylor and Andrew Hastie were doing the numbers for a spill. Charles Croucher reported the story as patronisingly as possible.
Phones are being worked, people are being canvassed, they're trying to sort numbers. Now, thankfully for the Liberals, it's a smaller party room than usual because of the last election, so those numbers should be pretty easy to work out.
Yeah, bad news, guys, we're doing another spill, but good news, we don't got to count too high. One big winner in all of this is Pauline Hanson. In the latest news poll, One Nation was ahead of the coalition in primary vote for the very first time, with speculation they could even one day form government. So how confident is Pauline about stepping into the lodge?
Can One Nation form government?
Hey, she was put on the spot. She didn't have time to prepare. Look, I'll tell you what, have a bit of time. Pauline, have another go at it.
Look, I wanted to start off with something pretty simple. Do you want to become Prime Minister of this country?
Well, I'm convinced. But the biggest winner from this coalition shit show seems to be Anthony Albanese. He's just gone, stuff this, I'm going to kick back with my PlayStation. See you at the next election. To Saturday, and a wayward prince finally had his day in court. No, not that one. The other one.
Prince Harry is back in a London court for the first day of his latest lawsuit against British tabloids.
Harry and several other high-profile plaintiffs accused the Daily Mail's publisher of hacking their phones and then illegally obtaining private health records.
He's breaking a long-standing, rigid royal family tradition, and he said as much in court. He was always instructed to follow the Windsor ethos: never complain, never explain.
It's much like their other rhyming ethos: hold your head high, defend the family banner, and if anyone asks, the Queen didn't kill Diana. Harry is fighting for justice against inhumane treatment by media organisations. Channel 9 showed their sensitivity to Harry's plight by shouting at him through a metal fence.
Another battle against the tabloids. Will this be the last one?
I'm surprised that didn't work. With Channel 9 getting nothing, Channel 7 tried something different. Shouting at Harry through a metal fence.
How did you find day one, Harry? Happy with day one?
Yeah, you see Channel 9? That is how you do it. Amid claims that the tabloids impersonated people to access private information, Britain's GB News showed they'd learned their lesson.
We've got a Prince Harry lookalike, and he has recreated those moments from inside the courtroom. Settle in.
Following the death of my mother in 1997, when I was 12 years old, and her treatment at the hands of the press, I've always had an uneasy relationship with them. It's fundamentally wrong. It's a horrible experience.
Fundamentally wrong, a horrible experience. Coincidentally, my review of this news coverage. Things escalated when they went from critiquing Harry via the impersonator to just critiquing the impersonator playing Harry.
The situation got worse when she became pregnant and after our son, Archie, was born.
He's a very good actor. He's got a lot more hair than Prince Harry.
This is the bit where his bottom lip quivered as he spoke about the impact the media had on his poor wife, Meghan.
They continue to come after me. They've made my wife's life an absolute misery, my lord.
Wow, the Oscar goes too.
The actor who played Harry has since fled to the US after being harassed by the British press. To Tuesday and our regular segment on the insane ramblings of the leader of the free world.
What the f*** is it this time?
This week, Trump headed to Davos, Switzerland and unveiled his latest creation, the Board of Peace.
President Donald Trump wants to form his own United Nations and charge world leaders $1.5 billion to join.
This board has the chance to be one of the most consequential bodies ever created. And it's my enormous honour to serve as its chairman.
The Board of Peace is designed to implement the 20-point peace plan for Gaza.
He will be the chairman of this Board of Peace. He will uniquely decide who gets to sit round the table and who doesn't. He will be the chairman, by the way, in perpetuity.
Perpetual chairman of the Board of Peace, because eternal grand super emperor of the whole wide world forever was just too obvious. Observers say this is all part of Trump's new approach to diplomacy.
In foreign policy, President Trump does this thing where, young people talk about manifesting. He likes to manifest things into being. And the amazing thing is when the president does this, sometimes it works.
He's manifesting. Yes, and when he was asked if he'd read The Secret, Trump said, "Would everyone just shut up about the Epstein files?" For those concerned that Trump wants to replace the UN with a knockoff version that only includes America, don't worry, because he also unveiled the Board of Peace logo, a gold-plated knockoff version that only includes America. Perfect. So who's been invited to join this Board of Peace?
Anthony Albanese is among a select list of world leaders handpicked by Donald Trump to join his new Board of Peace for Gaza.
The list of who's been invited to join contains an odd mix of world leaders: Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Have you invited President Putin to be a member of the Board of Peace? Yeah, he's been invited.
Finally, Putin and Zelensky can come together and bring peace to Gaza. Hail Chairman Trump!
What the f*** is it